Hello, everyone. I apologize for the double music in the beginning. I was just trying to make sure the stream was up. Usually I do that on my phone, but I did it on my computer, and I guess my desktop audio is still on. Hope you all have been having a good day. Let's just jump into the charts. We've had obviously some big recession news, some big GDP news. The second quarter in a row that GDP is negative. So by textbook definition, that means we're in a recession. Does that actually mean anything for the markets for today? Right? Because remember, these things are quarterly measurements, so does it matter for the quarters to come? I think so. That probably tells you where you're going for the next few months ahead. But for now, let's just jump into the charts. It looks like I have 0 viewers, so let me maybe wait until some more people roll in. All right. So I at least have 1 viewer, so someone's watching. So let's get into this. So let's take the Bitcoin chart. Let me just do that on the 50-minute first of all. So you can see we had this big impulse move to the upside. Let's actually just excuse me, come back down. It's a 4-hour chart. So we came up to this 4-hour support and resistance level. We didn't hit the point of control. I was waiting for the point of control. But we came into this 4-hour support and resistance level. We had this big impulse move up. We can see that on the 50-minute, it broken down even more. Oh, I apologize for my dog in the background. Big impulse move to the upside. Another slight impulse move up to the upside. We then stopped at the 182 Fibonacci level. Conveniently, we stayed up here until the GDP news. And even after the GDP news, we came up. And if we were going to take our Fibonacci levels just from this little range, came up to the 786, and we can also take a volume profile. Right, this is just like trying to find entries on a bigger time frame. You see we're at the value area high. We broke above the value area high, so we're going to be getting out of value short at the 786 Fibonacci level, and then we're going to wait for a retest of this low is what I'm looking for really. The Fed news yesterday was bullish, yes. I've explained that already, but I don't see this GDP news being absorbed very well, short-term wise. But I could be wrong, right? That's just pure speculation. Taking a look at the 4-hour TDI, we are about to cross, so that's usually a good signal. Is it 100% accurate? No, but it does have quite a good hit rate, especially when it's above the midpoint line. 50-minute. Do we have any? Okay, yeah, we did have some. Maybe even on the 1 hour. We did have some divergences forming right here. So that's another confluence that probably gonna head down a little bit. Targets for the downside, so let's just go over that real quick. So on the 1 hour chart, I mean, pretty obvious. We have this huge imbalance from 21.7 to 22.5, so I mean, you might even want to come down to the small time frames just because that's so. Yeah. Okay. You're probably gonna want to split this one up just a little bit, just so you have more of a clear target. We have clear targets, so you have 21.7, 21.9, and then we have 22.2 to 22.3. So those are going to be your major imbalances that we would look to fill, assuming we break out of this small little range that we formed on the 5-minute chart. So let's see if we can treat this as another range. And you can see that we actually rejected off this value area high. Let's see if before it fills the value area high. Sometimes, oh yeah, okay. So we rejected right off the value area high, which is quite a nice confluence along with the 182. I think we might have actually looked at that yesterday on yesterday's stream. I just don't really keep everything up because I like to clear out my charts at the streams. But we can just go down here and see where we are closer. If we can break through this point of control, then I would look for this to be the next target. That also lines up fairly well with the 382 Fibonacci level. So let's just see if we can get a 5-minute closure below this point of control, 22.7. Hello. I see someone. People are starting to stroll in. How's everyone doing today? Everyone doing well? It's been a slow morning. Ironically, I thought trading servers and be a bit more active this morning because with all the whiplash. I guess not. So I'm just waiting for this to close under the point of control. I did take a short earlier this morning off the 786 Fibonacci level. This also was an out of value short. I don't like to do out of value longs or shorts on larger time frames, but on small time frames where we have like these very minute ranges, out of value longs and shorts that line up with Fibonacci levels can be very, very good in my experience. So that was my thought process with this short. I've not taken profit yet, to be honest with you. If we do hold this point of control, which I don't think we will, but if we do, then I'll be taking some profit. Yeah. So my first targets is this imbalance right here. But we can divert from this chart and we can look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart because I have not looked at it yet. Okay. Came into some level. Okay, so came still in this imbalance from the 12th of May. You can see here that we actually are above the point of control once again, but we're still struggling to get above this this previous imbalance. So if you want to take this as a range, I'll probably start from here to here. There you go. So we're above the value high right now. So we can take it out of value. And we're above the 786, currently holding a support. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin is looking terrible. Liquid dump it. Yes, I think most likely going to the downside. But yeah, I mean, if you can't get above this previous resistance, then that's the biggest factor, right? Being above the value area high doesn't mean you just can break all the resistances. So you still have to go through that. So what we're looking at yesterday. Okay, so it seems like I was expecting this sort of a move to come back into this 15-13, but obviously we just blew through that. So that plan kind of got squashed, but that's fine. We did have a swing failure pattern of the highs. Right here, the highs of the range. Wicked above, closed below. So if you don't know what a swing failure pattern is, I'm sure most of you do at this point. But what a swing failure pattern is when you have a range, you have a swing high and a swing low. Here's your swing high. Okay. And what a swing failure pattern is when you wick above that high or low, but in this case it's the high. You wick above the high and you close below it, right? So you fail to close above the previous high. That's a swing failure pattern, and that tells you most likely you're going to break to the downside, or at least go to the downside, right? You might not break out of the range to the downside, but you're more likely to just at least correct to the downside a little bit. So just taking some notable areas, this range has kind of been, to me, invalidated. You already broke out of it once, so retesting the levels once more was valid, but you swing failure pattern the highs goes, so this range is kind of, I don't consider the liquidity in that range to be of any interest anymore, to be quite honest with you. So we're just going to be taking the larger range, the trend starting from July 14th, and we can see that these levels have been respected somewhat well. We're at the value area high right now. So just waiting for that. If you want targets for Ethereum, it looks like Bitcoin, so we're going to have to go to the lower chart. This is the point of control. See support, resistance, broke through it, didn't retest it yet. So I'm expecting at least maybe downward targets up to 1462, but we do have this imbalance right here, right? Maybe even the 1 hour chart. It's just quite a difficult thing because these imbalances are so big. I'm just trying to split them up into smaller pieces, so maybe we have something more tangible. Okay, so 1517, 1528 seems to be the most tangible imbalance we have here. And then lines up with the 0.5 fib of this move, so 1516 roughly, give or take, and it also lines up with this like support and resistance slight level. Do we have anything else? I got some notable like high volume in this area, so coming down to this level wouldn't be too unsurprising. You took a look at SPX, filled the gap right there. So I don't even know. It's not looking too bad. You just have a choppy uptrend, so nothing's looking too bad, to be quite honest. Dow Jones, and we can take a look at the one altcoin that we've continuously been looking at was audio. Oh, okay, and the Dow Jones came right to the gap, looked above it, closed below it, so it seems like we were likely at least a short-term pullback, I think. Seems likely in this scenario. Thankfully, all the big news is behind us, so to me, it seems like I'm comfortable being in a trade. Yesterday I was not. Do we break out of this point control? I was on USDT. We did not. But we came to the value. That's fine. Okay. I was on USDT. All right. So let's take a look at audio. $15-minute. Okay. We can look at the 1 hour chart. See, we broke out of the range, came back up to this value area low. Looks like we're going back to at least retest this point of control right here. Yeah, that seems like to be the most likely area. This point of control right here. So it's good to see that there's at least some strength coming into the value area low. We had high volume breaking through it, just like we had high volume breaking past the point of control. So, and then that big impulse moved down. So I think most likely 34.25. And then we could take, see what happens from there. If you want to take our Fibonacci levels, does anything line up there? Yeah, the 786 is right there as well. So we might see some rejection there. And if it does reject, short position might be low. Obviously, not financial advice, just my opinion. And it's pretty much speculation until it happens. So it's like, here's your level of resistance. If you reject, taking a short is probably a good idea. I guess I thought this would be a good time to stream, but I guess not. Not a lot of people watching. We had a decent amount of people a few days. Not a lot, but enough so that I would do it. So I thought NY Open would be like the easiest time to get people involved, but I guess not. Alright, so maybe I'll just pull up my Bitcoin chart. And we can watch the 5-minute chart. And if people show up, they show up. No worries. Just gotta break the value area low. My short will be set. I am going to be making a video today, so if this stream does get cut short, I'll just be working on that, I guess. Alright. Well, I guess this is not good time to stream. I tried a different time and thought it would be better, but it seems to be worse, so I'll cut this one short. Have a great day, guys. Link is in the description for our Discord server, completely free. A lot of good traders there. So go check us out. Buy the link in the description. 30% off all your fees, maker, taker, blah, blah, blah. So it can save you some money if you just sign up through an account through that link. And make sure to subscribe so you get notifications, because I guess this is a good time. So I'll have to try a stream later in the day tomorrow. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.